And here we are, welcome back to the channel for the latest video on GT7, and this is the latest time trial to earn you 2 million credits. So click onto your sport mode, go onto your online time trials. Now we've already done the Lego Maggiore in the GR4 car. That's on the channel, a few days left on that one, so check that one out if you haven't already. We're going to concentrate on the latest one, which is at Goodwood Motor Circuit. We're in the Renault Sport Megane Trophy 11. So we're going to rent these specified cars. We don't own this car. Click on the green arrow, click on the car itself and choose your different colours. We're going to go for the classic yellow colour. Press OK and away we go. So for this one, to get your 2 million credits, you're going to need a lap time of 1 minute 26.878. To get 1 million credits, a lap time of 128.565, and to get 250,000 credits, a lap time of 132.782. And for assists on this one, we've got no traction control on, counter steer we've actually got off, and ABS we ran on default. So let's have a look and see if we can get you these 2 million credits. This can be quite a tricky one, so anything that kind of helps you guys, if you're struggling with this one, we'll see what we can do. So the first braking zone, we're looking for the marshals on the left hand side, just there, the little marshals post. Now we're going to be hitting the brakes and turning at the same time, but if you look at the brake, we're only running around about 40%, 45% brake, and we come off straight away and let the car kind of turn in. This is the curve that you're going to be aiming for. That's the apex. So as soon as you get to that curve, that's when you can start accelerating. Try and get on there and accelerate as early as you can. So we could have got on the accelerator a little bit early there. We're going to fast forward this bit, absolutely flat out for this section. As we come to the next braking point, again we're looking at the marshals on the left hand side. As we reach those marshals, we're going to hit the brake and the car will get loose turning in here, which is not a bad thing, because you're going to be aiming to take as much of that inside curb as possible without actually going onto the grass. You want to come across to the right hand side. Now in the distance you can see that left arrow. We want to brake in just before there, so kind of the edge of that tarmac. With the weight distribution of this car, it can get quite unsettled. So try and brake in a straight line. Release the brakes and let the car turn in, and again you're going to be taking as much of that curb on the left hand side as you can. We're going to accelerate into 5th gear to get a bit of drive out the corner. It saves you a bit of time in that gear shift. This next one, no real reference, so we're going to use the time marks on the floor there as a reference. And as we reach those time marks on the tarmac, that's where we're going to hit the brakes. Now for this one, you're going to let the car again turn in and get the inside of that curve as much as you can. Try and trail brake in that corner a little bit. Be careful on the throttle there. It's quite easy to get a bit eager on the throttle, and you can get on the accelerator a little bit too early, and that'll cause a lot of wheel spin, which you'll lose a lot of time going to long back straight. But not a bad sector, or not a bad couple of first sectors at the minute. Coming to the last kind of stadium section, which is really difficult to get right. So we're aiming for the middle of the tarmac is where we're going to hit the brakes. We're going to come down to 4th gear. You can see in that brake in a straight line, we're going to release the brakes and just literally let the car rotate round, and it will get loose around this corner again. It's not a bad thing. Aim for the inside of that curb. And this is make or break, absolute death corner. So we're looking at the shadow on the ground. We want to brake in just before we get to that shadow on the ground, and we want to be getting as close to that barrier on the right hand side. As the car kind of straightens up, a little tap of the brakes just to get that weight distribution, and again get as close to that left hand side as you can. We don't get a good exit there. We lose 0.3 per second on that corner alone, so when we come across the line in the end for 1 minute 24.888. But a first good couple of sectors, and it's all ruined in that last chicane, but playing it a little bit safe. But at that time put us 37 in the world, just as reference, so a fairly decent time. I mean, I can see the lap time coming down slightly, but I wouldn't expect it to come down too much from that, so that's definitely good enough for a gold. So we're going to look at the chase cam, and just going to show you exactly where we are going on the circuit, because it's quite easy to get lost. Even though it's a very short circuit, there's no real brake references as such, no markers, no runoff area, so a little bit difficult to get right, especially if you've never driven this circuit before. I mean, Goodwood is not really kind of demoed on GT7 quite a lot. It's one of those circuits it's quite easily forgotten about. But we had one of these in our league racing not so long ago, and it's actually quite good fun. I actually quite like this circuit, and once you know where you are going, it feels quite satisfying when you do push the car, especially in that last sector as well. So like I said, for this corner, let it drift in. I'm quite patient on the throttle here. I've got to feed it in. What I was doing there was planting the throttle before and just causing a bit too much wheel spin, which was then kind of slowed me down for this straight. So So in 5th gear down here, we're going to be changing around about 150 and 160 miles an hour. As you come into this kind of last little section, got a little kink to the left hand side, stay to the left, aim for the middle of that tarmac, hit the brakes, down to 4th, let go of those brakes before you turn in, otherwise the car will definitely come round on you. Last section, difficult corner, we see we turn in too late there. We'll lose a lot of speed and momentum coming out the corner, so we're in the old classic slow in fast out. We got that one wrong, but a decent time. But that could have put us, I think we were half a second beyond the world record, which would have only put us about 3 tenths behind in the end. So, like I say, one of those corners, and you can keep doing and doing and doing, and one lap you get it right, and for the next 10 laps you'll get it wrong. So, it's good enough for goal, and that'll do. But in the end, not a bad time trial, quite satisfying once you get it right. If you are struggling with this one without counter steer on, just have a go with counter steer. I did try it for a couple of laps. Personally, I did feel it hindered a little bit as the car turns in. As you can see on the replay, just for this corner, we hit the brakes there, nice little drifting look, and that's what you want. And for this left-hander as well, as we're coming to it, that's what you want to do. And the kind of counter steer it stops that a little bit, but it does help you under braking. So maybe that compromise might help you. But let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe to the channel if this does help you. Again, let me know. And we do a lot more of these on the channel. So we do track guides for your 2 million credits, track guides also for daily races, and we also do videos of the RTR League racing as well. So go and check it out, have a look and see what you think. But for now, that's me done. We'll leave you with the last bit of the replay. And good luck on getting these credits, and I'll see you all on the next one. Laters.